Hey everybody, we're walking through Baars Park. It's a massive park on the edge, I guess the western edge of Cordova Park, and it is massive. I really don't know how large it is. I'll find out and put it in the notes. But it runs between 12th Avenue and Tanglewood down to the water, although there is no water access. It's all wooded. Parking is street parking. Best place to park that I found is on Pensacola, and it's a huge park, great place to walk your animals, get some hiking in. It's big enough for city hiking, and like I said, you can walk down toward the water, but you cannot access the water. It's all overgrown, and you can see behind me it's very overgrown, but the paths are well defined, and really neat feature of Cordova Park. I'll have to find out more on the history of it, but it is named after the founder, builder, developer of this area, the Baars family. So right behind me is Tanglewood, and that is what we're going to explore today. It's a great environment. You can hear the birds in the background. This is actually Dean, and we're about to turn onto Tanglewood, coming down the hill here and making a bottom turn onto Tanglewood right now. Neat area, right along Bayou Texar. All these homes are facing west, so you're not going to get a whole lot of water view from these homes because all the homes that are on the water are heavily covered with oak trees and natural shrubs and the like. So these homes were developed back in the 50s through the 80s. I'd say most of the homes were complete by the 80s. So you've got a lot of history in these homes. You still have a lot of original owners in these homes, but in the last 10-15 years, a lot of the homes have turned, and you've got a lot of new families coming into this area. One thing about the Baars Park, I told you I'd find out some information about that. The park is about 100 acres. I'm going to estimate it at that. And it was gifted to the city of Pensacola by the Baars family back in the 50s. It is a very natural park. It does go down to the water, but there is no water access. As a matter of fact, if you look at it from an aerial view, there's a lot of marsh in front of it, and so for that matter, you're not going to be able to access it anyway. But it would be nice to have access to the park for kayaks and paddleboards and such. This is the southern end of Tanglewood. We're actually at Gumwood and Tanglewood, and you're looking at a double lot here. Interestingly enough, looking out in the water, that's where I learned to water ski, canoe, kayak. I learned how to sail a Hobie 16 right there in that lot. The Holmes family owned that property right there on Tanglewood when I was a much younger man. So now we're riding along Tanglewood, and really you're going to find some acre lots on Tanglewood. I mean, there are even some 2-acre lots on Tanglewood. So these are 100-foot wide lots, 600 feet deep on average. And there are a couple of smaller streets that we're going to explore one of those here in a second. But you can see the depth of the lot and the size of the homes. I love it when people want curb appeal. I love the beautiful flowers of that entryway into that home. Here we are coming up on Tennyson Place. There are 2 finger roads, I like to call them. El Cerrito, which is a direct in and out. I think there's 4 homes on it. And Tennyson Place, which actually has 2 cul-de-sacs. Tennyson Place has 5 homes, so you're in a very secluded section of the Tanglewood area with 5 homes on the water. The lots are obviously smaller than the other lots on Tanglewood. However, You've got great access to Bayou Texar, and for those of you that aren't familiar with Bayou Texar, very protected water area, especially during a storm. Obviously, anytime you live on the water, you have risk of incoming water, flooding, that kind of thing, but not so much in this area because it is actually, the water is actually blocked out by 17th. The original entry to Bayou Texar was closed off like 100 years ago. And so there's a small entry down by 17th Avenue that allows, there's a new build. There are 2 new builds on Tanglewood right now. I can't wait to see how those homes turn out. And just a neat little area, an offshoot of Tanglewood. And here we are, we're exiting, about to get right back on Tanglewood. Always fun to see what's inside these free little libraries. See if I can take a closer look. So Tanglewood is located on the western side of Cordova Park on Bayou Texar, pretty much in the middle eastern side of Pensacola, if that makes sense. Just a few minutes from the airport, shopping, hospitals, 10 minutes to downtown Pensacola, easy access to the interstate, great waterfront lots, great homes, easy access from Bayou Texar to the bay. See that massive oak limb there? A younger me would be climbing that thing. So if you got kids, come on down to Baars Park and climb some oak trees. Hey, my name is Chuck McCants. I'm a Pensacola native, and thanks for joining me today on this tour of Tanglewood in Cordova Park. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment. What do you want to see? Happy to show whatever area you'd like to see and bring it to you on this channel. So, hey, thanks for taking the tour, and we'll see you in the next video.